Hi, I'm Laura Maness. I'm the CEO of Havas. My advice to women is to stop chasing balance, reframe balance as presence, and be all in wherever you are, be it the boardroom or the playroom. It's really important that we join forces with men to get to a state of equality. I'm very proud of what we're doing at Havas. We actually took a pledge, the 3% pay equity pledge, and committed to equal pay by the end of 2020. So I'm proud to say we're already there. We've met that commitment, but equality is such an important mission. Everybody needs to be focused on that, and it takes real, tangible action in order to drive that kind of result. In 2018, we created a program called Femme Forward. It was something that we piloted in our New York office and London and has since scaled to 5 countries around the world. But we noticed that there was a drop-off that occurred between the senior manager and director level, and men were actually being promoted at a more accelerated pace than women. So we put together this 6-month curriculum really around building confidence and leaning into the kinds of programming that would help our women advance their careers at a faster pace. I'm proud to say at Havas currently, all of our departments are now led by women. We have over 65% women in the workforce, and our promotions in the last year were close to 70% women. So it's definitely paying dividends. I think it's not a one and done. It's something that we continue to focus on and champion and scale, but women do need this kind of attention and programming in order to advance at a faster pace. I think it's so important to surround yourself with tribes. I personally have joined Chief and Hey Mama and She Runs It and these other organizations, and just surround myself with like-minded women. Actually had the pleasure to experience a women's purpose retreat. It was an inaugural event last year put on by the Consciousness Economy, and it's something that allowed me to really deeply connect with these women, but also most importantly with myself. I think it's incredible to continue to surround yourself with tribes, but also mentorship, and not necessarily traditional mentorship. I've been very fortunate to have several men champion my career along the way, and I mentor several women today, and there's just as much benefit in reverse mentorship that there is from imparting my experiences and wisdom on them. So my advice to young women is to really surround yourself with a tribe, and remember, no one will fight for you more than you. So it is important to stand up and stand in your power and ask for what you want. I really believe that creativity requires diversity of thinking. It requires diversity of gender, backgrounds, religion, sexual preference. That is the definition of creativity. And it's so important to have a woman's viewpoint in leadership. There's a natural and inherent empathy. I think intuition is a superpower, and it's been proven time and again that company performs actually better when there are women in leadership. There are too few women today, and it's up to all of us to have the conversations that are going to drive the kind of tangible change that we need to see in our industries. It's so important to gather together and have these kinds of important conversations that are going to drive the kind of tangible change that we need to see in our industries. Too many of these events are solely focused on women speaking to other women about the change that needs to happen, and it's so critical for us to lock arms with our male counterparts. We are in this together, and the only way that we will actually drive sustainable change is by having events like today where we can come together, share our viewpoints, and really develop action plans that are going to make it a much better workforce for the future generations to come. Gatherings like today that allow men and women to come together and talk about the important issues that we all face are so critically important to having the kind of tangible change that will sustain our future generations and workforces to come.